Collision. You see the title. I know there's going to be a few people going to say, what? No. Well, guess what? Yes. Collision was better than Smackdown. I'm not going to lie. And I know there's one person, and I know particularly that one person. You know who you are, and your damn thumbnail. You know who you are. And you've been trying for weeks upon weeks upon weeks to convince me. Can't you admit it's obvious? WWE is better. They got better wrestlers that have been trained, which are the same trained wrestlers like Impact Wrestling, AEW, NWA. They're the same wrestlers that have been trained the same. The storylines are better. Wrong. Because WWE generally has one. Let me say it again. One storyline. It's got the bloodline that they're now extending beyond what should have happened, which was, if you couldn't get The Rock, why not just adapt and obviously just give it to Jay? The only thing you had to do, you didn't have to put the title as the extra to go with the moniker of the Tribal Chief. They could have just left it as a Tribal Chief's moniker that they were fighting for, and people would have still ate it up. Now they're doing this where Jay, pretty much, we don't know what's going to happen. Now, I'm sure he's not leaving, or Jimmy, for that matter, is leaving WWE as part of the storyline. No, nothing has come out. Sean Ross Sapp hasn't said anything. Meltzer hasn't said anything. No one. So if anybody says, I heard rumors, those are rumors. There's no proof yet. So that's all they got. One storyline and one win for Rey Mysterio, which means maybe, like some people believe, Santos Escobar is going to win that title because he may turn heel on Rey. Or, like I said, that you're going to see Dom drop the North American title, and you're going to see pretty much Dom try and get the U.S. title. That's what I think is going to happen. It's not going to be Santos. It's going to be Dom. Dirty Dom is going to go after his father's title that he just got because it feels way too convenient. I'm just saying. Now, what did we get for this Collision? We got a lot of stuff here compared to what we got in SmackDown. We got almost nothing in SmackDown. Okay, we got the opening with Ricky Starks trying to explain why he whooped the ass with a belt of the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky. His own name. He made it very clear. I still love the guy, but guess what? You did the wrong thing and I'll whoop your ass for it. I also knew that I'm going out of order because he's already been fined and he's suspended for 30 days. But he explained that first. And then he said after that, you know what? I even felt they were going to do this. So you know what I did? I went and got myself my credentials, my ID for a manager. So now I'm still going to be on TV. You're going to still see my ass. It don't make a difference. I'm going to be here. Get the hell out of my face. That's what we got from Ricky Starks. And I believe he did a very good job there. A much more better build for him. I am wondering how far they're going to go with him. And it looked a lot more better than what happened with Santos Escobar and what happened with Austin Fury. Yeah, that the guy, you know who you are, mister. I know I don't know what thumbnail you're using. If it's actually you, fine. But if it's not, you just want to piss people off with that look. I know you're going to say, how dare you? This is better. Wrong. It's not. Just this one segment I'd rather see than Santos Escobar get his ass whooped. It was dumb. Let's move on. First match, the Acclaimed versus the... Now, I did say when it came to the Iron Savages, I would like to see them more on AEW TV. So this is their first debuting of it, I believe. And I could feel it. They have something there. One of the guys, I can't remember his name, but he literally lifted up Bowman and Caster and just threw them all over the place the way he wanted. Now, I'm not saying he's the most strongest guy, but he looked good. And then we get the Acclaimed, who now have come back and they're holding on to Billy's boobs, which feels more important than much of what we get in WWE. I'm just being honest. The only thing that's easily more than that is going to be the story of Sheamus and Edge. That's a much more better story. But the thing is, it's not really a story. Not one that's been long term. And if anybody says, well, look, you just said it. Wrong. This is a story that's happened for years, and now they just threw it together because they had no other choice but to, because they're in Canada. And it's Edge's 25-year anniversary. They had no build-up to it. No story other than what they already did from Celtic Warriors workout that I saw almost 3.5 years ago. It's not something that was made in WWE. If you fucking think this was made in WWE, you're fucking stupid. Because this was made in Celtic Warrior workouts when he asked him. Sheamus asked Edge, Adam, hey, would you like to come on my show? I do exercise and try and do something different. He even said it in his own damn promo. This wasn't made by WWE. It was made by them in real life. So shut the fuck up. I said it. Now, it was a good match. And after the match was over, the Acclaim did win. I was not surprised the Acclaim win. They had to struggle, though. They did have to struggle. They did. And I got to say this when it came to the rap before there. Oh, man. I'm not going to say it was racist. It wasn't. He was just playing. And Caster does this to black people, too. So I like that as well. He rags on anybody. But some people may take it personally, so try not to. But after it was over, they made it very clear that Billy, they miss him, they love him, they wish he was there. They still feel the energy from Billy through his boots. And they try to get everyone to understand how much they love him, how much he will love them. And he got to sit in me, daddy, to everybody to say. And they were chanting for Billy most of the match. So if Billy is truly retired, I don't know if he is, but if he's honestly retired, I wish he would become a manager. Honestly, I would rather see him as a manager. He could still work. The guy was almost 60. I think he's 60 now. The guy is still, he's like this. He's healthy. He's not like he's sickly. I would like to see him transition into a manager now. Or maybe he might be working in the back now. That might be his work now. That he decided he got the Acclaim over enough that he's going to work in the back. And he's going to help to build the next generation for AEW. Or this is still a storyline and he'll come back. We don't know. Let's move on. Now, the match that was not a bad match. It had two New Yorkers, two my girls, Statlander and a Willow Nightingale. But let's make this clear. And I'm going to make it clear no matter what anybody says. WWE's women's division sucks. It sucks. It is structured badly. The women are always getting over. You literally have you got Mia Yim as a damn manager when she shouldn't be. This is bullshit. You're making it more about a Charlotte Flair who sucks. Not just because she can't work like her father. It's because they push her way too much and they've not built any other women. And if you say Bianca, well, guess what? What is Bianca doing now? She was losing so much before they finally let her have it, and then they overexposed her. Now she sucks. The best chance she has is to go and be with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and turn heel if they'll pull the trigger. So the women suck. AEW, not much better. Honestly, not much better for the women in AEW Dynamite or, in this case, Collision. Now, they're a little bit better from last time I looked at ROH when it came to Athena. But here, what do we get with the TBS champion in a tag match? Good tag match. It wasn't bad. Diamante looked good. Willow, Statlander, and pretty much Mercedes Martinez looked fine. Is the story strong enough to mean something that she's now possibly going to get a second shot because they did win, the heels won? Is Mercedes Martinez going to get another shot at the damn title? Yes, it looks like they will. But I'm going to be honest here. As much as there's a lot of people who like Statlander, I don't care. Not because I hate Statlander, but because they just gave her the damn title, not even within the same few days she came back. Instead of building up someone else to have it, and then building Statlander up to go and get the damn title. No, they just dropped it to her immediately. You bypassed, understand, they bypassed Athena, they bypassed Jade. When it came to Jade Cargill, they bypassed Athena, they bypassed Selena Deeps, because she never even tried to get the damn title other than the tournament, next to a Madison Rayne, next to, why not Taya Valkyrie? At least it would have been somebody who had credentials to make that title mean something. Statlander's now in the same position as Jade is. Jade Cargill was here, the title was here. Now, Statlander is here, and now she's going to try and raise the title with herself after being out for so many months because she blew out her other knee. I'm saying. Next. Samoa Joe versus Andrew Everett. I haven't seen him since he was on Impact Wrestling. It's been a while. I also know he did work briefly, I believe, in NWA at least a little while. I think I saw him at least once or twice. At least on NWA TV, I think once or twice there. So it's good to see him. He's still a great wrestler when it comes to high flying, if you like that style. But it didn't make a difference because Joe whooped that ass. He destroyed him and choked his ass out and he was done. And Joe made it very clear. This is it. I gave you this chance. And he's talking about Punk. Next to being the king of TV, I gave you a shot. I asked you. And you've said nothing to me. Now I'm done. I'm going to make it very clear. I'm not asking now. I'm going to make you understand. You will have a match with me at All In. You will understand what you should have done. And that was answer me. And he walked off. So, you know, that was a good thing from Joe. I love Joe. Now, mind you, I don't know how Joe is when it comes to Twisted Metal, the TV series. I haven't seen it yet. I know that he's playing Sweet Tooth, and I did play Twisted Metal a couple of times when I was younger in my 20s. Yeah. In my 20s. That came out around, 1998 or 99? I was 27, 28 years old when it came out. I was a youngin'. It wasn't a bad game, and a lot of people love Sweet Tooth. It wasn't that bad, especially that his I believe it was a milk truck or ice cream truck, had missiles on it. It's been a while since I played the game. But I don't know how it's going to be. I may check out and see how he did at Sweet Tooth. Now, what did we get from the segment before the match when it came to Luchasaurus Christian? Christian is, I really believe Christian's work is really good here. Saying that he's the champion when it's Luchasaurus, making it all about him, making the title mean something about him. And it kind of hurts me personally. At the same time, it's actually not bad at all. He's doing well as a heel. And it's not bad at all. But the problem is I wanted something more for Luchasaurus. I wanted him to have a run where it was all about him. But unfortunately, they have not pulled the trigger and it looks like they never will. He will always be a side character to somebody. Either a Jack Perry when he was Jungle Boy and now when it comes to Christian. Unless they finally say, you know what, we're going to pull the damn trigger and make sure this big guy actually works. We're stuck with him like this. But it was actually a great segment. Until Art Anderson came out with Brock. And since they are in Horseman country, because the Four Horsemen started in North Carolina, he pretty much said, and this was Christian, I don't give a damn about you, but if you want to get in this damn ring, I may give you a shot because I don't do open challenges anymore. And then Art said, you know what, if this is 20 years ago, I would have no problem taking off my jacket, getting there and whoop that skinny ass of yours. But since it isn't, Brock, go in there and show the business. And then we have the match between Brock and Luchasaurus, which I knew Luchasaurus was going to destroy him, which he did. But then we get Darby Allin, and that was part of his promo. I'm not saying it there. I'm saying this because even though his promo was good, what Darby did was better. Because once Darby nailed Luchasaurus in the back with his skateboard, he said, hey, Luchasaurus, you know that title's yours, right? And I'm going to come for it. But before that, I want to face you, Christian. I want to get in that damn ring. I want to face you and put you in your damn place. Pretty much that's what he was saying. But he made it clear that they're going to have a match. It's going to be a coffin match. Question's going to be, how far are they going to go in that coffin match? Because this is going to be a bit interesting, because when it comes to a coffin match, when it comes to a Darby Allin, he does face bigger opponents. But the question is, how far is he going to go with Luchasaurus? It's going to be interesting. Not saying it's going to be great, but it will be interesting. Some people will hate it. Some people will love it. I think it's going to be interesting because we still got time and they still got to build into it. And at least when it comes to this, I can feel that Darby wants that damn title back because he did run with it after Cody dropped it to him. He made it mean something for quite a while, whether you like him or not. And it feels more important than Austin Fury's run as a U.S. champion. I got to admit, because when I hear just Alex and JD, I got to agree with them. Because when it comes to Austin Fury, they gave him a lot. Vince pushed his ass. But Austin just is not there. There's something missing in Austin. It's not about his ring work. It's something like either you got it when it comes to your promos, your mic skills, your persona. He's missing something. There's something missing. And I agree with them. They pushed his ass, but there's just something missing. And it hurts to know that Grayson Waller is not being pushed any different. I mean, well, not any different, but pretty much Grayson Waller, I knew that he was a great wrestler, and his Grayson Waller effect was good, but not incredible. I was hoping that they would push him. Now, he's kind of reverse of what's going on with Austin Fury, because they pushed Austin like crazy, and even though Grayson Waller is being pushed, I don't think they got anything really for him other than the Grayson Waller effect. And they'll push that instead of pushing him as a character. I'm just saying. Okay, what did we get here? We got Ricky, we got that, we got Art. Okay, let me say this before the trios match. JR was back, and for what they said, he had to struggle to get there. It was some type of problem. Either he was physically having a problem, or he was having problems with his flight, or driving there, whatever. But he got there. And I gotta say this again, him going away after he got hurt because he had a shiner on his eye because he fell down, he seems way more refreshed. JR is on point. And you can feel that he's excited, enthusiastic. He's keeping up with the times. He's not being 100% like an old fogey. So it feels more fresh. Unlike when it comes to, what is the guy's name? Kevin Patrick's? I can't remember his name. And he just doesn't feel like anything on Smackdown. They may have to reduce him down to NXT eventually, because I'm not feeling him. If that's his name, I believe his name is Kevin Patrick, who's now working with Corey Graves, and who's working with the face of WWE again, Michael Cole. He stepped away and let Kevin try it, and I believe his name is Kevin Patrick. And it doesn't work. Trios match. The House of Black versus CMFTR. They set this up. And even though it felt like it was a little rushed, I think they could have done a couple of weeks more build into this. That you could have seen FTR go to CM Punk and ask him and say, dude, we want to go and get those trios with you. We want this. And I would have liked to see them talk to him, and then he agrees to it, and then they have the match. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. So we got a very good match. It was not bad. It was more of a traditional 6-man tag. It wasn't like it was incredibly high flying. It was very physical, let's be honest. Brody King is a freaking beast. He was hitting everyone hard. And Cash Wheeler looked great. But what I want to see out of this trios, Malachi Black, and I want him against CM Punk. I would love to see the real world champion go up against Malachi Black. I want to see it. That's what I want. That's what I need for me personally. And I'm hoping they'll build a real story around it. Because seeing them both as strikers, both know MMA. Well, one went mixed martial arts in Malachi Black, then went to pro wrestling, and CM Punk went for pro wrestling, and then went into MMA. So both of them literally have a lot. One has more experience than the other one, but still, one has more wrestling experience than the other one, and it fits. I want it. In the end, what did we get? Of course, Joe chokes out a CM Punk. Flat out, he chokes him out. And the House of Black wins. But, let's make this clear. I'm going to tell you this. This show was a lot more better structured than SmackDown. Because we got a lot more here than we did on SmackDown. Look, what did we get for SmackDown? Yes, we're going to see... We saw what happened to Jey Uso and the Bloodline. That's one. We saw what's going on with Sheamus and what was going on with Edge. Yes. And then we had Rey win the title. But, let's be honest. The story between Sheamus and Edge was outside WWE. And this is rushed because this is not a 25th anniversary. And they didn't spend weeks or even a month building into it. So that takes away. It is now the Bloodline. And then Rey, which is a big question because a lot of people heard that Rey did not get hurt, actually. They actually made sure he didn't get hurt so Santos Escobar can win. But then something happened. And then now Rey can wrestle. And they threw the damn title on him instead of letting Santos Escobar, or better, an LA Knight who had to face a Top Dollar. That was a joke. If anybody doesn't think that was a joke match, that right now that Top Dollar and Hit Row, who has nothing except Michael Cole joking and insulting Top Dollar for what he did last year, trying to do a jump over the top turn rope. He lands his stomach on it, flips over, hurts his left knee, and made himself look like a laughingstock in the wrestling community. That right now in WWE, and whoever you are, you know who you are, the one who always says WWE is better. Why is Top Dollar being treated like shit? Leave a comment. Why is it being treated like shit? Your WWE sucks because they don't book people properly, or they don't let people go. It's stupid. So this was structured better. AEW Collision, because only thing they got was the Bloodline, and now Jay supposedly is out. He's not close to his brother anymore. He's not close to Roman, and there's a huge question. That's all they got. But that's just me. Peace.